Al is a camp cook. He needs 15 cups of milk to make teutons. What are teutons? Has anyone ever heard of that? No. Okay. Well, they must be delicious. How many quarts of milk does he need? So again, we go to our formula sheet and see if we can change between cups and quarts. And we want to find out how many quarts he needs, and we know we have 15 cups. Our formula sheet says that there are 4 cups in 1 quart. So we write out our proportion. Multiply both sides by 15. So that'll cancel those out, and we will get 1 divided by 4 times 15. 3.75 quarts. So again, over and over again, we're setting up our proportions the same way, whether it's figuring out unit price, whether we're doing currency exchange, or whether we're converting units. We're always setting up our proportions this way. The only thing in this unit that we haven't set up this way was our temperature formulas, which were different. So everything else we can set up with our formulas as a proportion this way. Couple here to try, and then we've got some more with Al cooking more stuff. So try these ones. Find this on your formula sheet. For the first one, you want to find how many quarts. So we put X quarts on top, and we want to see if it's equal to 7 cups. We know from our formula sheet 4 cups is 1 quart. Multiply both sides by 7, and you get X equals 1.75 quarts. Woohoo! Another recipe calls for 2.25 quarts of milk. How many cups is this? So we say X cups divided by 2.25 quarts. We know now the 4 is going to go on the top because, again, you always put the same units on the top of the fraction. Multiply by 2.25, and you get 9 cups. Woohoo! So Al is also going to make chocolate cupcakes. He needs the following ingredients: 36 ounces of butter and 1 3/4 pounds of chocolate. That is a lot of chocolate. I think I would gain some weight if I was a camp cook and they entrusted me with 1 3/4 pounds of chocolate. I don't think all of it would make it into the recipe. How many pounds of butter does he need? So now we need to change from ounces to butter to ounces to pounds. So we want to find pounds, and we know we have 36 ounces. Our formula sheet says that 1 pound is 16 ounces. So we multiply both sides by 36. And we find out that we need 2.25 pounds. So again, if you're just looking at the solutions in the textbook changes they do their proportions a little bit differently every time, so it sometimes can get a little confusing. That's why I'm always showing the work, and you might want to write the work in your notebook as we do it as well, because we're always setting things up the same way. And the nice thing about setting things up the same way is you have a method that's always going to work for you. I know that some of you are finding some shortcuts, and that's great. Sometimes some of you realize, oh, you just multiply, or sometimes you just need to divide. That's great, but sometimes you're going to get stuck, and then it's nice to have a method to go back to. How many ounces of chocolate does he need? So we want to find, we want to find ounces for part B.
20.
We know that we have 1 3/4. If you change 3/4 to a decimal, you get 0.75. So you might like this better for your calculator to change 1 3/4 to 1.75. Again, we know that there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. So multiply both sides by 1.75. And it's equal to 28 ounces.
Throw the whole thing in. So it tastes better.
So for your dates, you have 1.5. You can change that to a decimal. You want to find out how many ounces, and you have 1.5 pounds. We know there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. Multiply both sides by 1.5. Did you get 24 ounces? Background cheering. Excellent. And how many pounds of carrots? So we want to find pounds. We know we have 56 ounces. We know that 1 pound is 16 ounces. Multiply both sides by 56. And 1 divided by 16 times 56 is 3.5 pounds. Awesome.